Boys, we got UFC 312 just around the corner, and like we are going to do for every single pay-per-view, we're going to do this rare tier list. We're going to rank every single fight on this card. As you can see on screen, we have best, good, mid, bad, and worst. For worst and best, we can only put one fight in here. The rest we can stack up as many as we need to. With that being said, a lot of people are saying this is one of the worst pay-per-views in modern UFC, and you know, name value wise, I kind of agree, but to be honest, I think a lot of these fights are gonna be sleepers. I'm not gonna lie. Let's start off with, this isn't gonna be in like bout order. I'm gonna do random, but it just happens to have that we have the opener of the card. Sung Park taking on Namajugarl. I don't even know how you say that dude's name. It's the definition of a mid fight. You know, nothing that special to it, nothing that great. It's literally the definition of mid. Let's keep moving down though. We have 13 fights total. We're not going to spend too long going through every single one of them. If you want a breakdown, I have a breakdown of the entire card and who I think is going to win. Let's go down. We got Jonathan Miscalif taking on Kevin Josette. Again, a mid fight. I think the UFC experience of Kevin Josette's going to play a big part in this fight, like I said in my breakdown of this fight, but again, it's pretty mid. I think we're going to see a lot of mid fights on this fight card. And like I said, I think we're going to see, yes, there's not a lot of name value, but I think the actual fights themselves are going to play it a lot better than what a lot of people are expecting. And for now, let's put this one in best for now. We got Jack Jenkins taking on Gabriel Santos. I think this one right now will be in the best spot. It's definitely not the best fight of the card, but with a lot of mid fights here, we're going to put this one at best. Once we get a better one, we'll put it at good, but it's the only one right now that we can have as best. I think it's going to be a war. You know, Jack Jenkins always there bringing out wars, always there having good scraps there. Plus, you know, I think the crowd is going to play very heavily in his favor. He's going to get an extra boost during the fight. I think I could also even see like an early first round stoppage for Jack Jenkins, but let's keep moving down. Rong Zhu taking on Cody Steele. These dudes look identical, but another mid fight. Honestly, is probably the best one out of all of these. I'm going to be very strict on who goes into good, to be honest, but it's a mid fight. Like I said, I'm hoping that the fights themselves actually play out a lot better than what I'm thinking it's going to be. I could see Cody Steele getting knocked out because Rong Zhu has some power in this division, but I could also see Cody Steele winning the decision. But putting it mid, probably the best one out of all of these ones. And honestly, I don't know where to put the rest of these guys. There's a lot of mid fights here. Let's keep moving off. Tom Nolan versus Borshev. I don't know which one of these are better. I really like Borshev. I think I'm going to put Borshev above Jack Jenkins right now. And I'm hoping that, you know, we still see the old Borshev. We don't have a washed out version of Borshev. Because if we have a washed out version of Borshev, I'm going to be very, very sad. But, you know, it's looking good so far. A lot of people are hating this card, but we have no one in bad and no one in worse so far. For right now, we'll put Kevin Josette in the worst one just because we have to have someone there. But he's quickly going to get replaced with Jimmy Crute and Rodolfo Bilato. Mainly because Jimmy Crute, in my opinion, is coming into this fight solely for the purpose of a paycheck. This dude retired like 2 years ago. I don't know where his head's at. I don't think this is going to be a very fun fight. And to be honest, I think we're going to see Rodolfo run through this dude. But it's going to be the worst one for now. I'm looking at the guys under this list. I think there's a worse one than this one, but we'll put that one later on the video. And to be honest, I think I'm going to put, you know, Wayne Kong up here in one of the best fights so far. Wayne Kong, Bruno Brazil. I'm lying. I'm not doing that. Mainly because she got fraud checked in her last fight. I'll put it in a good fight. It's actually a fight I'm anticipating watching. And it's very, very rare, especially for this rare MMA channel. It's very rare that I'm very anticipated to watch a female fight in MMA, you know. But yeah, this is a fun one. We're going to see, like I said in my prediction video, I think the reason why Kong lost her fight is because she just wasn't locked in, you know. She was overlooking her opponent, and that's why she got caught. Moving down, Quillian taking on Anush Jubilee. I think low-key this one's worse just because, in my opinion, you know, Anshul Jubilee, he low-key quits on himself a lot, and I think that's what's going to happen here. I think we're going to see a very similar, like a Herbert Burns type of performance out of this dude. I think he's going to quit round one and get ground and pound TKO, something stupid like that, but not a big fan of this dude, to be honest. We got 5 more fights left. We also have some championship fights. Let's put in one of the best ones here. I'm going to put the main event, Dricus du Plessis, Sean Strickland, as the best one. maybe in this whole card, but for now it'll be the best one. We might switch it up towards the end of the video, but yeah, a very close first fight. The rematch I think is going to be even closer, and I think we're going to see a razor close decision. A lot of people think, you know, that Dricus found out the style of Sean Strickland, so he's going to dominate him this time. We have people saying Sean Strickland isn't going to afford to go to the scorecard, so he's going to push the pace even more. Again, I think it's going to go to the decision. I think it's going to be razor close. I don't see a finish. It's possible, but I just don't see a finish. Then we have Jake Matthews taking on Francesco Prado. It's a mid fight, and to be honest, I'm going to move these guys down, to be honest. Like, they deserve to go in bad. We have mid here. I'm going to put it above this one. I do like Jake Matthews. I think he's a fun fighter. I think he's going to push the pace early, and I think we're going to see a gassed out Prado towards the third round, and then we're going to see a TKO KO win. Let's go into one of the good ones. We got the older brother of Topuria taking on the training partner of Alexander Volkanovski. That's how this fight is being marketed, but I think it's going to be a good fight. Do I think it's going to be as good as the rest of these? Maybe here. What am I? Maybe I'm letting my own bias get into the way because I'm very excited for this fight. I'm very excited to see how good Topuria looks. And to be honest, I'm excited to see Volkanovski and Ilia Topuria on the opposite sides of the cage cornering their fighters. I think that's going to be very fun. It's going to be like a Twitter IG moment type of thing, but let's move into the worst and the best fight on this card. The worst fight on this card, on the main card, we got Tafa taking on Teixeira. It's just a bad heavyweight fight. And it's a featured fight on the main card. Garbaggio. Let's get into the best fight on the card. I think this is the best fight on the card. I know a lot of people aren't going to agree with me. I think it is better than Sean Strickland DDP. I have been waiting for this title fight for forever now, it feels like. And to be honest, I have been saying it since day one. So when this does happen, I want everyone to remember I've been saying this shit for day one, that Tatiana Suarez is the girl to beat Weili. And now a lot of people are agreeing with me. A lot of people, even the betting odds are agreeing with me, but I've been saying this since day one. So when that shit does happen, when she does get that guillotine choke round 2 or 3, you know. Just know I called this shit since day one. But yeah, that's my list. That is UFC 312. I think it's good here, to be honest. I could easily move down some of these guys in good, but I think it's good like this, to be honest. Even like this one can go in. It's not bad though. I can keep it in mid. These are bad. This is the worst one. This is the best one. Let me know in the comments below. What do you think about this? What do you think of my placement? What do you think of 312 in general? And do you think it's gonna be better than what we're expecting? But yeah, thank you guys for watching to the end of the video. There's really not that much else left to say except for I will see you guys in my next video.